think it's recording. Okay. Hello! How are you guys? Did you do your homework? Did you take a bath? Did you clean behind your ears? Around here, in here. Your toes. You know, a lot of people don't do their toes. Gotta clean those toes. Well, I hope you're doing well, that nobody has a cold. In some places it's snowing really bad. Here we have heat. We're gonna have this day. Well, today is gonna be 81. Then it's gonna get cold. Cold for us is 70 or below. So it's gonna be 60s and 40s and something like that. So that's cold. 70, we're like, whoa, freezing. Is it gonna snow? But I wanted to start this book. Guess who it is? Junie B. It's Junie B. And the Mushy Gushy Valentine. Can you believe it's almost February? That is the hardest month for me to pronounce. February. There you go. That's the best I can do. February. Anyway. Febrero. That's better. So let's do Junie B. Alright, Miss Junie B, what are you up to now? Look at her, sneaking. She's so sneaky tricky. It's called the first chapter, Party Ideas. Oh, we got a new light here. It's a little brighter. Hopefully you can see the difference. But he can't even stare at the light. My husband put the light, Grandpa put the light on, and it's the fan. And he said, don't look up. And then I look up. Can you believe that? And then I was seeing spots. What is it that? Then they tell you not to look at something, and then you want to look. So I looked, and then I was like, flashes. Anyway, party ideas. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice. I had an aunt. Her second aunt? Something like that. See, her name was Beatrice. She's in her 90s now. She was so nice. Except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. I go to school in room 9. Room 9 is where they have afternoon kindergarten. Oh, so this one, do you remember that I was reading for the first grade? I grabbed this one because I thought Valentine is coming up. So this is when she was in kindergarten. It doesn't matter, right? We can go back and see what she did in kindergarten. It's another hard word. Kindergarten. Garden. Anyway. So, also, they have morning kindergarten. Only I'm not familiar with that arrangement. Today at school, my teacher had an announcement to make. She says announcement. Look, she says. Can you look at that? Look at that. Announcement. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. So I'm not the only one with the problems. Announcement is the school word for listen to me, and I mean it. All right. My teacher's name is Mrs. Mrs. Wait a minute. My teacher's name is Mrs. But it doesn't have a name. She has another name too. I got ahead of myself again. But I just like Mrs. And that's all. Mrs. told us that we're going to have a special day in room 9. And it's called Valentine's Day. That's why I'm wearing a red shirt. She said that Valentine's are special cards about friendship. And all of us in room 9 are going to give them to each other. My bestest friend Lucille squealed real happy. Ooh, I love greeting cards, teacher, she said. Now she's called teacher. I especially love getting the kind with money in them. Woo, me too. I used to go like that. It's like, oh, it doesn't have anything. I can read it later. Me too, Lucille, I said. Money is my favorite kind of mail, too. Plus, also, I enjoy the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. Mrs. did a chuckle. Well, I'm sorry, girls, but I'm afraid there won't be money in our Valentines, she said. In room 9, we will just be sending happy wishes to each other. But it will be lots of fun, she smiled. We will be making a special Valentine's box to hold all the cards. I will personally deliver the cards to each one of you, she explained. Just then I jumped right out of my chair, because nobody even mentioned a party before. Hooray, I yelled. Hooray for parties. Can we have cake and donuts, missus? And what about cheese popcorn? Cotton candy. No, I'm getting hungry now for candy. And pretzels and candy apples. Woo, sounds like a fair. I thought some more. Plus also, we need red licorice. And peanut butter cups, probably. And chocolate-covered raisins. Oh, yeah, molten milk balls and gummy bears, she started screaming. I looked over at her. Maybe you should be writing this down, I said. She wants the teacher to write it down. Miss shook her head no. She said we would have cupcakes, punch, and candy hearts. Oh, I used to love those. Okay, I'll shut up now and read the story. Sorry. All right. I sat back down, very disappointed. Because not much thought went into the menu, that's why. Lucille stood up. What kind of punch, teacher? She asked. Will it have fresh raspberries and strawberries floating in it? My Nana caterer always puts fresh raspberries and strawberries into our punch, and it is delicious. After that, Lucille twirled around in her fluffy dress. What about dancing? I'm learning ballroom dancing at my expensive dancing school. And so I would be happy to teach the children who are cheaper than me. Oh, no, she didn't. Miss stared at Lucille a real long time. How very generous of you, she said finally. But I don't think we'll be having ballroom dancing, Lucille. Jamal Hall waved his hand in the air. Then what about a puppet show? He asked. If we can't have dancing, can we have a puppet show? Yes, said a girl named Lini. Find out Lini or Liney or something. Lynn. Or else, we could hire a magician. Or what about a wild animal act? Oh my goodness. Ask a boy named Roger, like a grizzly bear or a sea lion. You can't bring a sea lion or a grizzly bear to school. Oh my goodness. Just then a boy named Polly Allen Puffer ran right to the front of the room, and he jumped up and down all over the place. No, wait! I got it, he shouted real excited. We could get some of those jugglers who juggle chainsaws. After that, room 9 clapped and whistled and hooted and hollered. Because who doesn't love chainsaw jugglers? That's what I would like to know. After we finished clapping, we looked at Mrs. Her head was on her desk. Her eyes were staring out the door. Then all of the children in room 9 got very quiet. Because Mrs. was scaring us a little bit. Plus also we were out of party ideas. Oh my gosh, look. Oh, that's Roger and Junie B. Oh, lordy lord. Chapter 2, Scribble Scraps. The next day, me and my bestest friend named Grace were playing on the playground. And guess what? We saw Mrs. carry a giant box into room 9. It was the box we were going to decorate for Valentine's Day, I think. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That thing will hold a million bajillion Valentine's cards. I said, very thrilled. That Grace did a frown at me. Stop saying Valentine, Junie B, she said. You keep on saying Valentine with an M sound. And you're supposed to say Valentine with an N sound. I did a frown back at her. Who said so? I said so, said that Grace. Did you hear my voice? I just got finished telling you it has an N in it. Ah, you're not the boss of my words, Grace, I said. I did a huffy breath at that girl. This is a free country, and if I want to say Valentine, I can, and I will. Not even go to jail. I will not even go to jail. That Grace looked annoyed at me. I didn't say you would go to jail, Junie B, she said. I just wish you would say the word correctly, that's all. They're talking about going to jail. Yeah, well, we can't always have what we wish for, Grace, I told her. I wish Valentine had an M in it, but it doesn't, does it? After that, me and that Grace made squinty eyes at each other. Plus, also, we crossed our arms and we tapped our angry feet. Only pretty soon we got tired of that, because fighting with your friends is not that fun. So that's how both of us hug each other, and we said, apology. Sorry, Junie B, said Grace. Sorry, I try to be the boss of your words. Sorry, Grace, I said back. Sorry, Valentine doesn't have an M in it. After that, both of us held hands and we skipped all the way to room 9. That is called a victory skip. And guess what else? After we got to room 9, Mrs. said it was time to decorate the Valentine's box. She keeps saying Valentine's. Everybody quick sat down in their seats. Then we watched Miss cover the box with shiny white paper. Plus also, she cut a mail slot in the top. I'm sorry, wait. My mouth's so dry. Okay. After that, all the children got our scissors. We cut paper hearts to paste onto the sides. I cut my fastest. Miss, look, I said. I am already done cutting my heart. And so have the fastest scissor in room 9, probably. Just then, a mini boy named Jim jumped up from his chair. No, you don't. Look over here. I already cut 2 hearts. See? 1, 2. So, haha on you, he said. I quick cut another heart. Yeah, well, now I have 2. And so you're not the winner anymore, Mini Jim. Oh, my goodness. Jim held up 1 more. 3, he yelled. I just cut number 3. So I still 1 ahead of you. I made my sister go speedy fast. Ha! Now I have 3 too. So there, I said. Jim just fast snip. 4. I'm up to 4. That's how I got frustration inside me. Stop it, Jim. Stop cutting so fast and I mean it. And she's yelling. After that, I tried to cut 1 more heart. My scissors went very out of control. And my heart turned out like scribble scrap. My heart turned out like scribble scraps. I can't even read. Darn it. Look what you made me do. I hollered real mad. All of a sudden, a big hand came flying over the top of my head. He snatched my scissors right off my fingers. I bended my head back to see who it was. It was Mrs. I was afraid it was you, I said kind of soft. Then Mrs. went to Jim's table and she snatched his scissors too. And so me and Jim had to sit in our chairs for the rest of the day. They got in trouble. And we didn't get to decorate the Valentine's box because our cutting days were over, that's why. And our pasting days never even got started. Look at, oh my goodness. I would be jumping out of my chair like, what? Who's behind me? So, I'm going to stop here so the videos are not that long and not so difficult to upload. So, next we're going to go on another video to chapter 3. And it says, Picking Out Valentine's. Stay tuned. Do your homework. I mean it.